Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Knicks coach calls out refs in mic drop moment, he's getting fouled. The New York Knicks' top rival this season isn't one of the league's 29 other teams. It's the NBA's officials. In the latest installment of this rivalry saga, head coach Tom Thibodeau called out the referees for their treatment of Jalen Brunson following a 109-99 loss to the Miami Heat. He simply stated he's getting fouled, but the coach repeated that statement 7 times before leaving the podium post-game on April 2. Brunson finished the night with 10 free throw attempts but was 5 of 18 from the floor in New York's third straight loss. It's safe to say that Thibodeau felt a number of those 13 missed shots were due to fouls. The loss to the Heat is just the latest of countless games where the Knicks felt they landed on the wrong side of the officiating, and rarely at the charity stripe. And the third in a row. Just 2 games prior, going into a matchup against the San Antonio Spurs, New York was riding high. After blowing out 3 sub-.500 teams consecutively, not even the absences of Julius Randle and OG Anunoby could keep them down. But then they lost in overtime to Victor Wembanyama and the lowly Spurs. Brunson scored a career-high 61 points in the loss, kickstarting what has become a 3-game losing streak for the Knicks. A foul call on his last made basket would have given New York a chance to take the lead with 1:37 remaining. Brunson got up after making the basket and looked to the referees. No whistle. Wembanyama converted a 3-pointer on the next play to give San Antonio a 4-point lead. They never looked back. Brunson finished the night with just 6 free throw attempts, despite scoring 30 of his 61 in the paint. This is what started Thibodeau's most recent grudge with NBA officiating. The Knicks head coach accused the referees of missing simple calls when speaking with Stephen Bondy of the New York Post and other media post-game. A foul is a foul. That's what I do know, Thibodeau told reports. And what I'm hearing from the referees, I don't really like. I don't know what else you could do, what else you can say. It's clear as day. It really is that simple. At the end of the day, the best thing New York could do was move on to the next game. But then the referees took center stage in that game, too. Following their loss to the Spurs, the Knicks hosted the Oklahoma City Thunder for an Easter Sunday matinee. And while Brunson didn't put up a career performance, he still sat at the center of the game's discourse thanks to officiating. With just 4 seconds remaining, the point guard scored a layup for a 113-111 New York lead. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander followed up with a 15-foot fadeaway to put the Thunder up 1 with 2 seconds left. If the foul had been called for Brunson, Gilgeous-Alexander's jumper wouldn't have been a game winner. It would have sent the Knicks to overtime for the second straight game. Of course, he missed a game-winning jumper to win the game. That's necessary context. But in the long run, New York felt wronged, and their head coach once again fired off against the referees post-game. It was a simple message to the reporters present: write what you see. Look for Thibodeau to be fined at some point. No one makes passing comments at the referees for 3 straight games without consequence. But there's a discrepancy with Jalen Brunson's whistle. But until the New York Knicks can get past that, as well as the injuries to Anunoby and Randle, they're going to continue to get the same results. Is Joel Embiid playing versus Heat? Latest injury update on 76ers star. The Philadelphia 76ers are playing the Miami Heat in a matchup that could have major implications on the Eastern Conference standings. There is an important injury update that the Sixers will be waiting to finalize ahead of the 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time matchup. Is Joel Embiid playing versus the Heat? Embiid is listed as questionable, left knee injury recovery on the NBA injury report. He made his return from a 29-game absence in the 76ers' last game, leading a home win over the Oklahoma City Thunder. His stints were kept short, but he ended up playing 29 minutes, recording 24 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds and 3 steals. After the game, Embiid said that he planned to play against the Heat as long as his knee responded well in the morning after his first game back. He has yet to face the Heat this season, while Miami's main star, Jimmy Butler, has not yet played against Philly this season. Miami won the first 2 matchups, while Philly won the most recent. The 76ers need a win over the Heat in order to have a better shot at escaping the Eastern Conference play-in. Philly trails Miami, who owns several advantages in tiebreakers, by 1.5 games in the standings. The Sixers are in 8th place and trail the Heat and Indiana Pacers, who fell to 7th after losing to the Brooklyn Nets. Tyrese Maxey, left hip tightness, Tobias Harris, left knee hyperextension, and Mo Bamba, illness, are all listed as questionable, too. Maxey has missed the 76ers' last 2 games and Bamba was inactive last game. DeAnthony Melton, back, lumbar spine bone stress, and Robert Covington, left knee bone bruise/illness, remain out. For the Heat, Tyler Herro, right foot, medial tendinitis, and Josh Richardson, right shoulder surgery, are both listed as out. This will be Herro's 20th consecutive missed game and Richardson will miss his 23rd straight. The question of whether Joel Embiid will play versus the Heat has yet to be answered. Embiid will most likely go through his pregame warm-ups before his final status is determined, as is typical when he is listed as questionable. This story will be updated as more information is released. Pat Riley's stance on LeBron James leaving Heat will shock you. According to revelations made by Udonis Haslem and Norris Cole on The OG's show, Pat Riley instructed Miami Heat players to sever ties with LeBron James following his departure from the team in the summer of 2014. LeBron's departure marked the end of a significant chapter for the Heat as he returned to the Cleveland Cavaliers after spending 4 seasons with Miami. During his tenure, LeBron's impact was undeniable, clinching 2 regular season MVP awards, 2 championships, and 2 Finals MVP titles. The era of LeBron in Miami saw the Heat dominate, making 4 consecutive NBA Finals appearances. While they faced setbacks, such as their loss to the Dallas Mavericks in 2011, they also celebrated victories over the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2012 and the San Antonio Spurs in 2013, before falling to the Spurs once again in 2014. LeBron's statistics during his time with the Heat are impressive, boasting averages of 26.9 points, 7.6 rebounds, 6.7 assists, 1.7 steals, and 0.7 blocks per game. It's widely expected that Miami will honor his contributions by retiring his iconic number 6 jersey. LeBron's illustrious career spans multiple teams, including the Cavaliers, Heat, and Los Angeles Lakers. With career averages of 27.1 points, 7.5 rebounds, 7.4 assists, 1.5 steals, and 0.7 blocks, he's etched his name in NBA history, securing an unprecedented 20 All-Star selections. His records extend far and wide, placing him at the summit of numerous statistical categories in NBA history. Notably, LeBron stands as the sole player to rank within the top 5 in both points and assists, solidifying his status as one of the game's greatest all-round players. With a resume that includes championships with 3 different franchises, the Cavaliers, Miami Heat, and Lakers, LeBron's legacy is unmatched. He's also distinguished himself as the only player to win 3 Finals MVP awards with 3 different teams. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of LeBron James? Leave your opinion in the comments.